Hello there everyone, this is Mark III and welcome back to Soviet Republic. Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Yes, that one. And welcome back, yes. The silent killer stalks the streets once again, I'm afraid. We have got ongoing pollution issue, which is like, it seems to struggle a little bit and wave a little bit, but it's clipping into this area here, as we established in the last couple of parts. So this one in particular, average lifespan is usually about 57 to 55. This one is getting really seriously depopulated right now, and average is still 59. It's just there's very few people left there. And this one is struggling a little bit as well, but honestly the rest of the city is pretty much full. If we have a look around, there's a few gaps here and there, but mostly our apartments are crowded. This one over here seems to be the only real exception as far as that's concerned. So I think we need to divert some construction resources, because honestly there's a lot of free vehicles available at the moment because the existing projects aren't requiring them. So we can get away with diverting resources. I am seriously tempted to pull the trigger and just build a university, if I'm entirely honest. Because if we look, I've still got 37 people that are highly educated in this building. And I think that's about it, obviously, because I did condense them a little while back, if I recall. So yeah, getting a university to at least keep the schools running would be a great idea. But the hospital is actually getting flooded, so these ambulances are constantly being called out. So that's a regular thing, and there's regular reports of people not being able to get to hospital as well. So I think that we do need to step up our game slightly in terms of coverage, because one hospital just isn't up to it at the moment. Like, look, 4 people couldn't, 6 people no sports. So yeah, the older parts of the city do need some attention, and I think while construction continues on the coal plants and things, we're going to use our spare resources to. It's another fire in the oil fields. Fair enough. And once again, we've got a single fast responder going out. So yeah, that should be fine. I'll get that sorted out immediately. Because, well, I'm saying this because the game has run a little bit, and in the last, month, look at this, deaths have spiked somewhat. So births are a bit down, but deaths are... they're definitely not the highest points if we look at it, honestly. I mean, look at that. The high points were a bit further back now, but it's still on the rise again. But yeah, it's like... it's still pretty high overall in this last month. So I kind of want to try and do something about that. So we need to deal with the problem. We need to continue our urban renewal projects, and I think we also need to work out where to put a university and stuff as well, if I'm entirely honest, because we need all the bells and whistles. Pollution's here, so I'm thinking maybe put the university like here. You know, easy access to most of it, and within reach of both transport zones. So tear out this housing block here, which is having trouble, tear out these diseased ones over here, and then a university in that gap there, if it'll fit. Let's take a look, see. Apartments, of course, we need 2 universities technically, but this one's actually a bit smaller. But the technical university, I think, is the one that will produce the teachers and things, and that is a bit of a long, thin one, so maybe put that there, and then have one there. We could always have a halls of residence as well, right next to it, so people will live there. But yeah, I think this one it's time for it to go. People, you need to move out. There we go, and demolish. Yes. This one here is down to 7 people. Relocate to here, here. Demolish. So yes, this is leaving us a bit short on housing space, I must admit. So that is another concern. We do need to actually do something about it. This one is... it's okay, it seems to be escaping most of the pollution. But this one is... again, escaping most of the pollution. So yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of removing just to get people. Those one there was just like a safety concern kind of thing. I know, me caring about the safety of the peons. I'll never hear the end of this, honestly. Okay, let's put that there. And again, that deleted something I didn't want it to. 500 rubles, yeah, rebuild it. Okay, so this is the road I want to get rid of. Like, this one here. Of course, there's an ugly little ending connection there. Part of how the game works, unfortunately. That, well, you can tell it's not quite meshing properly there. Okay. Okay. So, let's double check our pollution figures, because I think we can get a... we can rework that area first. If we tear out this section, then we can get some more housing in there, then the university can go next to it, and... that sounds like a plan, actually. Yeah, let's do that. That's full, that's full, that's full. That's full. That's full. Yeah, we are running out of space, badly. Okay, that's empty. Right, get rid of it. Done. And then I'll convert this area into a new housing block for just this bit here, I think. Just where it's safe from the pollution. And then universities and things going on from that, so... back in a second. There we go. Okay, let's talk you through it. Now then, what I have here is the latest and greatest of Iron Mark III's attempts at urban renewal / panning / panning? Yes, everyone who disagrees with this urban layout plan is going to get hit with a frying pan in the face. Yes. No, urban planning, thank you. Second time's the charm. And all that good stuff. I'm actually going to... let's cancel this one as well for the moment. Right, so, what do we have? We have 2 new residential blocks going in here. This bit seems to be safe from the unseen killer, which I'm still not sure if the official stance is we don't have an unseen killer, but you know that bit. I've redone the rows. I've torn out some spare kindergartens and things, and all the housing along here as well. So this is now clear. These roads are going to get put in again, and the pollution zone has got shopping in it, so no residences there. I don't know how much of an effect that's going to have, but it's going to be like less of an effect than living in the area, I can tell you that much. Right here we've got another kindergarten going in, so that'll work to help with the local area. And we've actually gone ahead and planned for full university status, so we've got the technical university here, roughly where I said I'd put it. We've got a medical university here, next to it, which is planned, but it's going to wait until everything else goes in, just like the technical one. And then over here, just as in case, we've got a university halls, which will provide some extra housing for university students, just in case, but again, that's also like blocked off for the moment. What is being built, of course, is the honorary statues to Lenin and the glorious Soviet Republic and all that stuff. But we've also got like tennis and football courts up here. Just in this area, we've got some local shopping available as well, which means I can potentially demolish those 2 shops and do some relocation down here, but we don't have a replacement for the cinema just yet. And then of course we've got all the paths and things laid around the place too, so that's all here, there and everywhere, so yeah. Fun times for everyone. And I'll just actually continue the path along here. So that goes there, that goes to there, that goes to there. And I don't really want to do that one because I'm going to be demolishing this area next, but I'll set that to go. Now then. Working on this area is going to wait on these blocks becoming available, because these blocks can then house residents being moved over here, because this town is pretty much at capacity at the moment. There's not much space left at all, because I've packed everything else in. In fact, I might want to even buy a new residents just to make sure I've got a little bit of space. Because everywhere else is pretty much maxed out at the moment. So yeah, I don't know what effect that's going to have, but it can't be good, if I'm honest. I mean, pollution over here isn't too bad, so actually getting a housing unit like maybe in this corner here would be a very good thing to do. Let's check, actually. If I buy this thing without getting residents, thank you, with ruples it'll be like 13,000, so... Well, this one's cost 19, it's the one I'd like to use because it's really big. So yeah, that's something I can do pretty quickly and easily. Just like slap it in there, get it built. In fact, getting one in there anyway is a good idea, no matter what, so... Let's do that. Let's install this one like here. And of course get rid of the roads because I don't want the extra roads. I wish there was a way to tell it not to do that, but it also builds the roads and things no matter what. So yeah, that. I'll make sure it gets a footpath connection, so that one can go to there. Then this goes straight across there, and that gives access to this entire support district, housing, transport, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's all going to be fine. And that should hopefully get some more activity, because of course my construction units, a lot of them aren't actually active at the moment. So I'll just tell it to... Just let it work it out. It'll notice this stuff pretty soon. I wish there's a button up here which told it to auto-search immediately rather than like letting it wait, but it'll find it. It'll find them. And then it'll get started on all this glorious new construction. Yes, indeed. I'm going to tell you right now, go and do that stuff, please. Yeah, that got his attention. I'm thinking of letting our old friend, the oil train, out to play again. Because we're not able to consistently maintain the worker outputs, if I'm honest. Like, a couple of hundred is enough to overcome the output, but the oil refinery is full, and these tanks have got 600 units, so I might as well send you out. I mean, it actually made it pass because I wasn't paying attention when I tried to retire it before. So it's now got go to the train depot in its list of things. So we've got 600 tons spare oil, so I'm going to tell you to go to this one and start. So yeah, I'll send it out, it'll take 600 tons, sell it, and then it'll come back to the depot and stop again. It gives this old lady something to do in her old retirement age, so yeah, words. I said that completely elegantly and without fumbling at all. More importantly, I've got products to sell. That's what counts, isn't it? Yes, I think it is. Fire! We have a fire! The fuel storage tanks are on fire! Look at the fire truck's already there and sorting it out. Haha! I am glad I've got decent fire coverage. Because that's a wildly important one to go up. Oh wait, no, the fuel tank is the other one. That one's full of bitumen. Is bitumen flammable? Probably. It is oil derived, I guess. Wait, no. If bitumen was flammable, they wouldn't use it for roads, would they? I don't know. Maybe? Maybe not. Most likely not. Look, I'm not an expert on all things, okay? I don't know if bitumen is flammable or not. All I can say is if it was flammable, they probably wouldn't use it for road surfaces. Or something. I don't know. Well, they've done it again. Oh boy. I really do need to get a replacement fueling system sorted out. This area keeps getting stuck. Okay, quick fix. Tear out the signal. You can proceed. then I guess we install the chain signal there because that's how I designed it. But yeah, this thing is causing trouble on a regular basis, so I do need to replace it. Maybe I can hijack part of this junction just to try and get things out of there. Yeah, that would work. I mean, this is all very close together. It's very compact. It's not working too well, if I'm entirely honest. Okay. We got a little bit of extra work done here. I've hijacked this particular crossing point as I said I might, so that's done. Then it's a merging point here so we can get access to trains coming from this direction. And we've got a nice long run up here to make sure there's space for multiple trains to come in and fuel at once. Finally, we've got this part into a cross section and then this long stretch here to make sure there's enough space for even the longest of my trains to come in, pick up some fuel, and then go. So now the supply truck is in the process of transferring all the fuel from the previous station, which is going to take a while, to be fair. It's yeah, it's going to take a while. Also need to tell you to wait until you unload it as well. It'll take a while to empty that out and then just go and fill this one up instead. And then that will be the new fueling point. Once that's done, I'll need to untangle these rail lines here, like remove this section here, remove that completely, and then get a connection through from the depot and all this area here, which fortunately all merges into a single line pretty much, and then connect it to all of this as well. So fun times indeed. Maybe I can actually pull it off with like that. I mean, this is going to be gone, but this substation is still needed though, so it provides some local power, this thing, so I don't really want to remove it. Yeah, I'll get it worked out. But this is on the path to a brighter future, a better tomorrow. A tomorrow where the trains won't get stuck when they want to go and get some fuel. Hopefully. Oh, I almost forgot, I need to include a chain signal on this. Oh, I did. Okay. Good, so if there's two of those in use, any other trains will wait here. Excellent. That should work that way, I think. In the meantime, we've actually got one of the block and flats up, but it's already got 100. No. Did I tell it to buy people? I think I might have told it to buy people. Oh no. Well, I didn't with this one, but whoops. Oh well, I guess I'm getting some extra immigrants. That's fine actually, I do need them. But yeah. Whoops. I'll just move a couple of people out of these, make sure they're not quite as crowded. It'll be fine. No Byzantine use of power telling people where to live and what to do with their lives here. Not at all. At least the roads are coming along at a pace, though the paths are taking a bit of extra time to do. And all my construction vehicles are idle again. Okay, I guess that'll do it. In theory. Oh, it looks a lot more complex now, doesn't it? Okay, right, so I have what I showed you before, which is the connection from this direction, going into from this separate junction here into this part here. I've got the opposite side in now as well, which is this one here. It's a bit short, that one, but it will serve for anything coming from that direction. Then I have another T-junction here, which separates the intake to this side here. So this is where the current delivery trains will come out. Though this one seems to be a bit confused right now. Have I made something wrong somewhere? Maybe? I'll double check the signals. But I've also got like this line here, of course, still going up into the depot, and then I've got a one-way link into the fuel system over here. Yeah, that looks like I have got all links actually connected, so I'm not sure what's up with that train. But yeah, that's all connected. There's separate links just so I can get into the fuel from that direction, but then it'll wait here if there is no docking point available for fuel. Then it just goes on and on and on. So that should work. I just want to know why this one is having issues. Where's it having issues? Here. Okay, so we've got a... Wait, what? Okay, why are you having issues? Let's tell you to go to this one. Turn around. Thank you. Okay, so I'll send you back to your previous one and then we'll recalculate it and see what's going on. Okay. Something is not working properly. And there is actually a route through all the way down here. So something in this junction is throwing this train off. And I'm not sure what. Go to depot. Go to depot is not working. Okay, so that means there must be a problem where the depot connection is. I'm guessing. I mean, ooh, what's that little cross over there? Okay, let's link this up and link this up here. And yes, I am building because I don't have manual railway construction done yet, so... Okay, yeah, so it was that road connection there was the issue, it seems. I didn't quite get that neatened up, but now that's both parts connected, so the train seems to be handling it just fine. Though it is, of course, going to the depot. Wait, no, it's not. Where is it? I told you to go to the depot, darn it. But it is quite happily threading the needle, and off it goes. Okay. Hooray! We have this thing working. Excellent. What else is going on? How much of our construction is going on? We've got this going on, which I believe was set to auto-distribute from the other active buildings, so it's just pulled in from everywhere else, so that's okay. It means I don't have the extra workers I thought I did, but I think I have enough right now in terms of workers. Everything else is starting to go up, slowly but surely. Except for schools, because schools are having problems with teachers. And also there's... I think I actually need another school. I didn't build one in this area. Whoops. Oh well, I'll make sure to include one when I read about this area. But the stores are starting to go up now. Okay. Construction is not really working over on the coal industry. Oh, we've got another fire. Once again, in the oil fields. The oil fields seem to like catching fire. Almost all of my fires have been in the oil fields. But I've got fast responders, so I don't really care too much. It's all fine and dandy. See? Fire extinguished. No problem. And I think I'll replant the trees while I'm at it. If you're wondering why I'm standing a bit tired, it's because... Well... This is an issue I predicted right at the start, if I'm honest. If you remember, right at the start I predicted that this game was going to take a bit of effort to record and stuff, and that is actually proving to be quite true. So what's going on is that I'm having to do like an hour to an hour and a half recording for each part, basically. So that is slowing down progress quite a bit, and I am definitely feeling it. So yeah, a whole load of recording makes Iron Mark III a bit loopy. Well, loopier. Thank you very much. Yes, loopier in the noggin or something. That I'm going stir crazy anyway because from being stuck at home. So hey, what can you do? Just keep on planting trees, I suppose. Yes. So yeah, there we go. That's the oil system. Sorry, the fueling system for the train's been torn out and replaced with one that should be a lot more accessible and should avoid any major jams, which is what kept happening with the one there. The only drawback of this system compared to the other one is it doesn't automatically refuel the long distance trade trains. because they don't pass through it on the way back and forth anymore. So they will have to divert when they need fuel. But that's okay, I guess. It's not too bad. It's just the way it's going to be. Though honestly, I am a little bit... I think what's going on is that I don't have enough buses in the mix right now. Now I do have a couple of spare things, so there is that. Let's get a couple of small buses in here. Bus. I'm already on buses, of course. Let's get some more of the orange microbus, because that thing has been awesome trying to keep my power plant sorted out. So let's give the construction office a couple of those things. Though 7 people is not going to do much in terms of construction work, I must admit. It'll do great for the small ones, but for the big ones it's going to be having trouble. So let's get a couple of microbuses out there, just make sure there's people zipping around doing stuff. And they're going to go over here, they're going to try and grab some people from here. This concerns me, there's a lot of people waiting to go to... Well, they've got basic education. I think they're all waiting here because they want to go to university. But I don't have universities yet, so they don't know where to go. I think that's what's going on. Yep, the microbus will help to at least get things moving on some spots. It's not as efficient, I must admit, but too many big buses will just drain this station completely, and it's not got enough density around it to support that kind of thing. Yeah, that's another issue with this, and why this area needs to be developed a bit more. It's like better density, you know? Better density will let the stations work more effectively, all that jazz. But I do kind of wish I had actually developed this town around a single station rather than 2, because that has divided my available workforce just a tiny bit. Though it is working, don't get me wrong, it is working. It is definitely working. Oh, that's full again. I need another trip. Off you go. There we go. But yeah, let's say it's going quite nicely. Apart from, you know, poison and stuff, but I've not poisoned anyone in quite a while. Yeah, look at that red. It's actually, when it gets bad, it looks like it actually clips into this area. So that's actually not quite the intended effect, but it's still on the very edge of it, so I guess I'll be okay. Oh yeah, there we go. I think we've got our first customer. One of the passenger trains decided to stop off and get some fuel, so it's come in, it's doing stuff. There goes the fuel tanker to go and grab some more from the refinery area. And yep, it's quite happily backing off again to return home. So yeah, this setup does seem to be working. Of course, we've not had a massive influx of trains trying to refuel in one go, but early days yet. We will see that sooner or later if we keep watching this area. There goes another passenger train, quite happily. But yeah, it's all linked in and safe. It's just like, it's a bit tangled in general in this area. So I'm going to struggle to develop it much more, if I'm honest. But we need some greenery. We've got to keep the green belt intact and make sure there's plants around for people to say, oh look, this person respects the environment and all that lovely, lovely stuff. More importantly, the statues are starting to go up over here, so, you know, the important stuff is being worked on first. I'm glad to see. Right. Oh dear. But sadly, that stuff is the nearer, I think, of the construction project, so it's getting prioritised over the stuff that's still waiting. We do have this one though. Is this? I think it's out of range of this bus stop if I look. No, it's actually in range. It's just that it's not set to send any there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But this section is not getting worked on, so I think maybe pause some of the... No. The statues are vitally important. They must be worked on. Besides, they're almost done. So, yeah. Once those are done, my workers will spread out a bit and they'll get back to doing the rest of it. Because, yeah. That's actually, this area is almost completely done. It's only the university stuff that's paused right now. Very nice. And I'm thinking maybe tear these 2 shops out and replace them with another block of flats. because that's about the right size to put a block of flats in. I would have to tear up the paths, of course, but not too shabby, if I don't say so myself. This town is growing by leaps and bounds. Sadly, though, I think my brain is going snoozy snooze right now. So yeah, time to stop. To be honest, this long recording time for every single episode in Soviet Republic is causing issues. It makes it tricky to fit in exactly when to do recording on this, because it's always going to overrun massively, because I don't know how long it's going to take. And I say that because it is currently 11:30 at night, and I've been recording to make a couple of episodes, and I've been recording for like 3 episodes in about 5 hours recording, I think, at this point. So yeah, that kind of time length does kind of sap my enthusiasm a little bit and reduces quality of recordings. Also makes me go a bit silly, but yeah. Yes, keep murdering the trees, please. Yes. Does make me say more random things, though. There is that, I suppose, but yeah. Either I say random things or I actually go really quiet. Anyway, enough. Let's do this. Let's wrap this up and get these episodes ready to be rendered. So, yeah. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and happy seeing more Soviet Republic in the future. I'm trying to keep it as one of my stable series running right now, and I'm trying to add more series to that list, just like, you know, get more content out there for people to enjoy, since my ability to stream seems to be kind of messed up right now by how many people. Well, I think it's a network issue in my area that's causing trouble. Because I don't think it's. Doesn't seem to be something on my end. I've looked, but hey. Anyway, yeah. Catch you all later. Since I stopped rambling. That's another symptom. I tend to ramble a lot more easily. Yes, go my buses. Deliver my people. Build the coal plant. So next episode we will actually be able to refine our coal, I think, unless I start building something else. Why is that statue not being built? That's vital important, that. Why can't you get there? Oh, I know why. I'll sort that out.